Today, I'd like to teach you guys some of the mistakes that I used to make when I was at school, and also some of the mistakes I still made until maybe just a couple years ago. So one of the first things I can remember about my English is that for some reason, I used to mispronounce the word escape. And I don't know why, but I used to pronounce this word like escape. So like if we wanted to spell this word, you would put maybe a C in it. So I used to say all the time, escape, escape, escape. But that's not the right pronunciation. It should be escape. This next mistake is something, again, I just can't understand why I ever did it, but I used to write the word defense wrong. And the funny thing about this is that I spelled it right, but I used to spell it the British way. In American English, we spell defense D-E-F-E-N-S-E, and British, they spell defense D-E-F-E-N-C-E. I don't remember when exactly I fixed this mistake, but it was probably sometime in my 5th grade or so maybe when I was around 10 years old. Another really silly mistake that I used to make all the time is with this expression, the coast is clear. And for those who don't know what this means, when we are looking around, maybe we're trying to be a little sneaky and we want to maybe look outside into a hallway and we want to tell someone we're with that we see no one. We tell them the coast is clear. Now, me and my dumb ears, I used to hear this as the ghost is clear. And I don't know why, it doesn't make sense, but that's just how my ears always heard that expression. Something that's also really embarrassing is the two expressions a little and a lot. I used to write them both as one word. So I used to write a little and a lot. Now, what's really interesting about this is that I think a lot of native speakers actually make this mistake because when we're speaking, we say things so fast, sometimes it just seems like one word and we forget that it actually has a space in between. So obviously the correct forms are a little and a lot. Similarly, I used to make the mistake that I would write words like on top as one word also. So I can say the book is on top of the fridge, but I would write on top as one word again because we say it so fast it just seems like it should be one word. The other thing I used to have a lot of difficulty with was the difference between breathe and breath. Now, breath is that object. It's when you are breathing, it's the air coming from your mouth. And the word breathe is not an object, it's a verb. So what I'm doing right now, I am breathing. The way I taught myself this difference, and actually even now when I'm 26, I still have to do it sometimes. I think about breathe, we say it with an E sound, so it has an E on the end of it. Breath, the final sound is a TH sound, so that kind of helps me remember, okay, I should stop at the TH. One of my more recent lessons was actually the difference between good night as one word and good night as two words. So even up to maybe a year ago, I used to tell everyone good night just as one word. But I learned that good night as two words is it's not really a greeting, but it's when you're leaving someone and saying good night, see you tomorrow, it's two words. And good night as one word is actually an adjective like a goodnight kiss or a goodnight story, which now is actually really funny to think about because good morning, good afternoon, those are all two words. And for some reason, my brain didn't think that good night would also be two words. Then two more mistakes I made and still sometimes make now is with video games and board games. So technically these should both be two words, video space games and board space games. But again, for me, it just feels more natural to put them together like it's just one object. So that's why I want to write them as one word. And the last thing I'll share is not really about English. It's just to show you guys that my ears are really not that great sometimes, even with my native language, with people from my country. So with the actress Meryl Streep, I always, for the entirety of my life, thought her name was Meryl Street, because street is an actual word and streep is just something else. So my brain said, oh, well, streep can't be a thing, it must be street. So the point of this video is just to show you guys that native speakers like me are not perfect even in our own language, even when we are 26 years old. So I hope that this video was a little entertaining. I hope that I actually taught you something still at the same time. If you guys have any fun stories about mistakes that you used to make in English or that you used to make in your own language, please share them in the comments. I would love to read them. If you guys want some more videos kind of in this style, leave a like, leave a comment, let me know. Also, please consider subscribing, share my videos with your friends because I'd really love to grow this community. I'd really love to help more people learn English, and I'm having a lot of fun with it with all of my new students so far. Already past 1,000 subscribers, which is just mind-blowing for me. So thank you for everyone who continues to subscribe, share, everything like that. And as always, thank you for watching and have a nice day.